All right, Arsenal 0, PSG 1. Time to get into the player ratings. Raya in goal. Couldn't do anything for the goal that PSG scored. Didn't really do anything wrong. I think his distribution was fine. He did make a great save. I'm going to give Raya a 6. Urian Timber was getting roasted today. He got roasted by Kvaratskhelia. He got roasted by Doué. There are two players in that defense. Well, no, there are three players in that defense who I expect great performances from every time they play, and Timber's definitely one of them. But today he was shocking. I'm going to have to give him a 4. William Saliba, he made a mistake in the first half. It didn't lead to anything dangerous. He made a good slide tackle. I felt like for the PSG chance where Ramos hit the crossbar, he was too lackadaisical. I feel like he thought it was offside, and he was jogging back. I don't know why he was jogging back. I don't know. Saliba, 6. Jakub Kivior, I thought he was the best defender today. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he defended really well. He wasn't tested too many times. I didn't really notice him that much, but that's a good center back performance if you don't really notice him that much. Obviously you can have a legendary performance with your team being under the cosh and the midfield giving you no protection. And you're putting in blocks and last-ditch tackles but it wasn't that kind of game today. I felt like he defended well. I don't think he made any mistakes. He was our best defender today, 7. Miles Lewis-Skelly, 6. He was a little bit non-existent in the game today. I thought he had some moments of quality. There was a time where he shielded the ball well, drove in the midfield, got fouled. I thought he was picking up good positions in the midfield and in the back line. But he didn't make a major impact on the game. I'm going to give Miles Lewis-Skelly a 6. Marino, Jesus, 3, rubbish, trash. I said it in the match reaction. I've never seen a player more one-footed in my life. I said it in the match reaction. Every time he gets on the ball, it feels like he slows the play down. He's actually better at striker than he is in his normal fucking position, which is a damn shame. A waste of money on a midfielder, as far as I'm concerned, because he's rubbish in that midfield. Well, he was rubbish today, but he hadn't. But before today, he didn't put in many good performances in the midfield. So I'm gonna have to give him a 3. I thought he was shocking. I thought he was slowing the play down so much. Some sloppy passes as well. Just not good enough. 3. Declan Rice, I'm gonna give Declan Rice a 7. I thought he was putting out fires well. I thought he drove with the ball well. He was really our only creative spark from midfield, which is a disgrace, considering we have Martin Odegaard in our team, and he's the further advanced midfielder. I think he should. I think Rice. I think Rice was our best performing midfielder today. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 7. Martin Odegaard. 3. I was thinking about giving him a 2, but he gets a 3. I thought, and the reason why he's getting a 3 is because I thought he performed on the same level as Marino. Martin Odegaard today was tragic. Getting on the ball, creating jack shit, getting on the ball, not using his right foot, getting on the ball, passing the ball sideways and backwards, getting on the ball, turning it over, losing duels, not creating chances. I thought he was horrible. 3. Bukayo Saka, I'm going to give Saka 5. I felt bad for him today because everybody else around him was playing like shit. Timber was playing like shit. Marino was playing like shit. Odegaard was playing like shit. And Trossard and Martinelli weren't that good either. I'm going to give Saka 5 because I don't think he was, I think he was non-existent. I don't think he did anything in that game today. But when he did have the ball, he was a danger. They were doubling and tripling him up. So that creates space for other players. That just shows his quality. But today he didn't do much at all. I'm going to give him a 5. Gabriel Martinelli, 4. I said it in the match reaction. Runs with his head down. He doesn't look up. He either goes to the byline and tries to cross the ball in, or he cuts it back into the midfield. He's not been dynamic for 2 years. His finishing has been poor for 2 years. He had a great chance today, and he blew it, which is not surprising. Poor performance, 4. Trossard, I'm going to give a 5. I thought he kept the ball well. There were some times he was frustrating me because he wasn't releasing the ball, faster. But he had another chance. I'm not going to blame him as much as I blame Martinelli for missing his chance because I thought that Donnarumma save was spectacular. I thought Donnarumma made a spectacular save. And yet at the same time, I think he should be finishing that. But I don't think he was as bad as Martinelli. I think he played just as well as Saka today. I'm going to give him a 5. The subs off the bench, Ben White came on. 5. Didn't really do much. And then Nwaneri came on, 5. I don't know why the fuck he came on in the 90th minute. We're going to get to Mikel Arteta right now. 3. Team selection, okay, I can understand it. Partey's out, so we need to play a midfielder. Marino slots in. Me personally, I don't know what I would have. No, me personally, I would have put Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield. Put Declan Rice as the holding midfielder. Put Miles Lewis-Skelly as the 8. Put Timber on the left-hand side. And then put Ben White on the right. But Arteta decided for Marino, which was the wrong decision. He decided for Trossard up front, another wrong decision. Timber got roasted. Maybe Ben White wouldn't have on that right-hand side. I don't know if Timber would have gotten roasted on the left. I don't know. But substituting Ethan Nwaneri on in the 90th minute is a shambles. It's an absolute shambles. Odegaard, okay, your first substitution, we're down a goal, and your first substitution is a like-for-like change, taking off one right back and bringing on another. That's your first substitution. Not taking off the midfielder who's having a stinker and putting in another creative midfielder, who, in my opinion, has had a much better season than Martin Odegaard and Winieri, the 17-year-old. No, your first decision is to make a like-for-like change. But that's one thing. The second thing, waiting until the 90th minute to make an attacking substitution is shambolic. It is shambolic. What? I don't know what the logic is behind that. Make the substitution with 20 minutes left. Fucking 25 or 30 minutes left, the way Odegaard was playing. So Arteta gets a 3. Poor from him today. The referee, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to blame the referee. I'm going to give him a 6. I think he was fine. Yes, Nuno Mendes went down way too easily, and that wasn't a foul. That's not really the referee's fault. That's the linesman. That's the linesman's fault. But they're all part of the same group. So I guess I'm scoring the referee and his team. But besides that, what else did he do wrong? I think he got both penalty shouts correct. Oh yeah, those same. Yeah. The PSG penalty, not a penalty in my opinion. I think he made the right decision. Marino in the box, not a penalty. I think he made the right decision. And why are these same people who are criticizing the referee for that Saka decision on Nuno Mendes not saying, oh, and by the way, the referee didn't call a penalty, which he very well could have, that went against us? Why aren't they saying that? I'll tell you why they're not saying that. Because it doesn't fit their fucking agenda that everyone's against us this season. It doesn't fit their agenda. Because they can admit that we're not good enough. They can admit that we're not performing well enough. They can admit that this team isn't at the required level. So they have to make excuses. I'm telling you, some people in this fan base drive me crazy. But that's another story for another day. So, referee gets a 6. Those are the player ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. Let me know your ratings in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.